Hey there, superstars. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And I am coming to you in probably one of the most exhausted states ever. So this might be kind of a quick Facebook Live for you guys, but I've just finished up the final day of the NLP event that I've been attending, which has been one of the most extraordinary events that I have personally ever been to in terms of the breakthroughs, the personal breakthroughs and revelations that I've had. And that's why you're going to see me feeling pretty shattered and exhausted again today, coupled with the lack of sleep for everything that I've been through. And as you guys know who were following along with yesterday's Facebook Live, I went to another event and I want to share a little bit about that with you guys, which was just beautiful. It was an event just for women after this NLP event, which kind of was very, very powerful. So just bear with me today as I catch up on my sleep very, very shortly. But today's message that I wanted to share with you guys is ultimately around one of the biggest things that a coach, an amazing coach that I've been working with over these past 3 days, was able to kind of reflect back onto me and kind of be my mirror. And it's a big one that I'm hoping that you guys can actually really understand as well and maybe resonate with, and hopefully it wakes you up as it's woken me up. But one of the biggest things that he pulled out for me was that I was engaging in discounting. So what we're doing in this NLP event is we're diving pretty deeply into what we call meta programs. Now, a meta program is a state of being that we all we all have these programs running, right? That are like our filters for why we do what we do, based on our experiences, based on our past, based on our belief systems and values. All sorts of things are at play. And there are many of these different meta programs. All of you guys who are already in the masterclasses, you know these really in depth, and you've been able to uncover what your meta programs are that are determining the course of your life. Those of you who aren't part of the masterclasses and you'd want to access this sort of thing to know what's really driving you in your subconscious, then definitely shoot me a message. I'll link you up so you can get access to the masterclasses. But this coach of mine really reflected to me, you're really discounting. You're really engaging in discounting a lot. And what discounting is it's dulling yourself down. It's not really counting your achievements and your accomplishments, and kind of dimming down your shine. Him reflecting that back to me was super, super powerful, because it's been a pattern in my life to do that. And those of you who've been following my journey for a while, I'm always talking into this. And in particular, when I started, coming out on my own in the business that I've created over 2 years ago now, this has been my major journey, stepping into who I am and sharing myself with the world and sharing, being open and authentic with you guys. That's been a big part of my journey. But this coach was able to reflect through my language patterns and ways of being that I'm continuously engaging in this discounting behavior. Now, he tapped into this with me on day one, because he picked up in my language that I was saying, I'm just doing this, or I'm just doing that. And he was like, why are you discounting what you're doing? And really kind of challenging me on that. And over these last 3 days, I've just been actually on my laptop kind of downloading all my lessons, all the insights, all the breakthroughs that I've been having, and kind of distilling it into how I'm applying that to my life and my decisions and all of that stuff. And so I'll be sharing much more with you guys once I've had a chance to really work through and process it. But this piece on discounting yourself, I don't know if you guys can relate. Drop me a comment and let me know whether you're somebody who also does this, you know. It's been a lifetime journey. I've come a long way, but it was really powerful to actually have an experienced coach in this framework of meta programs, neuro-linguistic programming, to actually be able to go, hey, this is what you're doing. I'm being your mirror here. And, you know, I'm a big believer in there's always that next layer of the onion, right? And this has been an unraveling for me over the years. But I can definitely see how it's totally played out for me in my life. And, you know, that's been everybody who's been I've met in this course over the last 3 days. There's only been about 10 or so of us, so we've gone really deep with one another and got to, you know, just share so much of our personal experience and watch each other's journey and support that and encourage it and welcome it through our, you know, being authentically courageous with our own personal struggles and challenges and where we're going and what we want to do. And this has been a big one that you know, just last night after the NLP event, and I told you I had some major breakthroughs yesterday, they continued today, but going to this women's event, it was really interesting to go into a dynamic where, you know, everybody in the NLP course knows what I'm moving through, so it's a really safe place to show up and just be more of who you are. But then to go into an environment where with total strangers who I don't know and they don't know me, I really stepped into the work that I've been doing. And it was such an amazing experience. So going into this women's circle that I'd never experienced before, and it was just this really open place to share. And instead of doing what I'd normally do, which is discount, kind of dull myself down, be a bit worried about like sharing too much because it wouldn't give other people time to be in that spotlight, I just tested out like a new state of being and just being authentically inspired. As you guys know, that's the way I want to show up. That's my most enlivening state of being, and the one that allows me to serve my mission and my purpose at the highest extent. And so dropping my guards and in this circle of women, I actually found that these women were actually putting me in the spotlight because they kept asking and directing the conversation toward me and asking me questions about what I was sharing. And what I was finding was that when I empowered myself and I stopped discounting myself, I actually created more depth of connection and actually inspired others to step into their empowerment. And a beautiful experience happened last night. It was very, very powerful, this experience. But as I said goodbye to all the women very late last night, each of them gave me such beautiful compliments in terms of, you know, thank you for sharing what you did, because I'm feeling it really empowered me to look at that in my life. And, you know, I really want to connect with you and I really want to be a part of the work that you're doing, and all these great connective compliments that I received by not discounting myself. And instead of being so concerned about what other people might think about you if you take too much of the spotlight, it was more of a I'm just going to step into a beautiful leadership position from the place of just being my authentic self. Not trying to get a result from other people or trying to make them show up in a different way, but actually what's true for me, and I'm not going to hold back. And I'm just going to show up from that truly authentically inspired place. And by doing so, you give permission to other people to step into their greatness as well. Because when you dull your shine, what you're really sending the message of to others is that, hey, don't you think you're too good, right? Like, you should discount your greatness so that we can all just be discounted together and nobody has to, step on anybody's toes. Instead of, hey, you know what? Like, I'm going to shine my greatness towards you and then that enhances your greatness and for you to step more fully into that. Instead of bringing everybody down, we're actually encouraging each other to come up. And I'll share with you guys probably maybe in another, I'll do it now. All right, so one of the most powerful experiences that I had at this women's circle last night was with this, it was amazing. I connected with this woman who, you know, the real topic or for the evening was about feminine love, right? It was about sisterhood. I guess, I don't know, it sounds woo-woo, but bear with me. About sisterhood, about women connecting with women and bringing each other up and really tapping into the strength of what feminine energy is. And there was a woman there who was really sharing that she was struggling, like tapping into any feminine energy, and she'd been very closed off to it and been very trapped in her masculine energy as sort of a protective mechanism, right? For, I don't know the experiences that have put her in that state, but I know so many of us women can struggle with that. And a way of protecting ourselves is to dull down our feminine greatness and to just shut off and just be closed off and kind of tap into that masculine, because that's kind of what's rewarded in society. And I actually partnered up with her for this experience. I don't know if you guys have experienced this before, but it was, whoa, like it was super intense and it was eye-gazing, all right? So we pretty much, held, this sounds so woo-woo, I know, but we held hands and we literally like gazed into each other's eyes and just had full presence. And because I knew what she shared, I made it my kind of mission during this time to actually just look deeply into her soul and just shower her with unconditional love, just seeing deeply into just how beautiful this human being was. And it was such a full circle experience for me from the day that I'd had, by discovering that my highest purpose is to co-create unconditional love, right? That's the purpose at the end of the day. That's what I'm doing in all the work that I do, in every way that I show up every day, is to ideally role model what it looks like to just be authentically inspired and make a meaningful difference by role modeling that, in the hope that it does inspire others to step into who they really are, and so that we can create a place of co-create a place of unconditional love and experience that. At the end of the day, it might sound woo-woo, but that's what we're all here for. And I'd rather, cut to the chase and go deep and really step into this, because that's what resonates with me and I think at the baseline of humanity. And so to step into that and to get an experience of what that I really felt, that true unconditional love with a total stranger. And I think that's the beauty of it, because there was no conditions. There was no, your labels, you're this to me, you're my intimate partner, or you're my best friend, or whatever. It was just, you're a human being and I'm a human being, and I love the depth of who you are. I see your worth, your inherent worthiness, without knowing anything about your accomplishments or what you've done or how you operate. Just because you're here, I'm here, and I want to reflect, that unconditional love and inherent worthiness from me to you and vice versa. And yeah, it sounds woo-woo, it sounds super spiritual and out there, but it's profound. And I think that everything that we're doing in our daily lives is to ultimately get to that experience. And most of us, I think, unfortunately and really sadly, never actually reach that, never get to experience that. I mean, what we experienced yesterday in this women's circle, in terms of eye gazing and experiencing like unconditional love, like there were women breaking down, because of having that presence with another human being who could deeply just see their soul, just deeply just look into another human being. And it breaks you down. Most people don't have the courage to look another in the eye. And we don't even do that oftentimes with the most the closest people to us, our friends, our family, our intimate partner. It's so confronting for most people. But what I've truly recognized is that when you love you, you can love others. And every single person outside of you is merely a mirror to who you are. And, whatever you judge in another human being is really what you're judging in yourself. And so to get to a place where you can truly allow another to fully see you and you fully see them, that speaks volumes, to the relationship that you've navigated within yourself and your openness to be imperfect and to be recognized for the truth of who you are. And, and instead of expecting perfection, you just step into and allow yourself to just be authentic. And so this has been a bit of a roundabout message because I am absolutely processing so much right now. But at the end of the day, we've got to stop dulling ourselves down. We've got to stop discounting who we are. And I'll be sharing with you guys in the coming days my biggest limiting belief and how I've replaced that. And it's very much attached to what I'm sharing with you guys today. But I just want to do a bit more processing on this and get a bit more sleep so that I can fully articulate it for you guys in the hope that you will definitely get value from that in your own life as well. So let me check in with you guys. I am going to have probably the earliest sleep ever. It's 6:30 at night right now. I honestly feel like I'm just going to have a little bit of dinner and I'm probably going to be in bed by 7. That's how wrecked I am. And I'm going to be coming at you guns blazing once I've been able to process this, and I can't wait to share more. But let me check in with you guys. So drop me a comment. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from and say hi, and any words of wisdom on this. You guys know I absolutely am so energized by that, to be co-creating a space of authentic and deep conversation about the stuff that actually matters is really, no matter how tired I am, I can always do that. And I know that you guys are very light-minded in that regard. Otherwise, you just wouldn't listen to this, right? You'd think it was complete BS. So let me check in with you guys. I've got Sarah in the house and Bina, lucky to be with you. Oh, you're so kind, my friend. I'm feeling very lucky to have you here, and I always love seeing you. And hello to you, lovely lady. My friend Sarah is back in the house. I love it. And Laval's here. Awesome. Good win. Oh, I didn't even know if the Tigers won today. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know, my fellow Tiger supporter, Laval. Awesome. And Judy's here as well. And Naya and Mert. Hail, my beautiful angel, me and eternal love from my country. Mert, you are very kind, my friend. I'm really grateful to have you here and hope today's message is serving you and adding value to you, and much love to you. And Adrian's back. Yay, I love it. And Andre, so cool to have you here. And Sarah, oh my goodness, I do this a lot. Yeah, discounting is a major one. So really recommend you guys to access either go and do an NLP course. It is revolutionary. Whether you're a coach or you're going to use that with other people or not, it doesn't matter, because you've got to first and foremost break through yourself. And I couldn't more highly recommend these kind of processes. And if you want a taste and a flavor without having to spend the thousands and thousands of dollars that I end up paying for these NLP courses and all the courses that I do, and you want to access it at a tiniest little fraction of the cost, then I really do encourage you guys to join the masterclasses. I've created the masterclasses so that you guys can fast track your success without the financial investment that I end up doing, and a lot of other people do. And I simplify it and I systemize it so that you guys can apply it to your life and get the value from it. So it's not just theory, it's actually, how do I apply this strategy to my life to take me to a new level of my potential, right? So definitely encourage you guys to do that. And I'm totally resonating with you there, Sarah. And Casey's here. Awesome. And Alex and Rajiv, hello to you. And Ram's here. Hello, my friend. And Hoang, Great to see you from Vietnam. Oh my gosh, I love Vietnam. I haven't been there for a little while, but I love the people, I love the food, I love the culture. I particularly love Hoi An. Just love the old part of the city, and it's just beautiful. So thanks for being here, Hoang. I probably am butchering your name, but I love having you here. And Jed's here as well. And Syed, all the best for your journey. Thank you so much, my friend. Thanks for being here. And Ali's back as well. Great to see you. And Renee and Sarah. Sounds like a really big aha moment. Sometimes it's exactly what we need to grow. You really are inspirational. Thank you for the time and value you bring in your beautiful live videos. Sarah, you are such a beautiful human being. I am super grateful that you're finding so much value in these messages, and I haven't even gotten to meet you yet, so I already feel such a connection, and I'm really, really, really grateful and appreciative for such kind words, and thank you. Much love. And Vanessa's here as well. Hi, Vanessa. My mum used to say to me, don't be too good at anything or people will get jealous. I'm hoping to undo this and finally feel safe to be all of who I am. Thank you for your message. Vanessa, you are absolutely so welcome, and I'm super grateful that you've been able to identify, that limiting belief and where it's come from, and have some processes in terms of undoing it. So I know, Vanessa, you're a superstar who is part of the masterclasses, and we've got a masterclass coming up this coming week. I'm going to be giving you guys some pretty amazing coaching in terms of the tools that you're going to have to pretty much have the breakthroughs that I've been having this week. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if it'll be coming up in this masterclass. It probably will, because it's like totally on top of my mind right now, and I feel like I really want to serve you guys with that. But yes, it will definitely be coming to you. So I so appreciate you sharing that, Vanessa. And that's such an Aussie thing as well, right? This tall poppy syndrome. Don't grow too tall, because people will chop you down, right? It's all about fitting in rather than standing out. But as you guys know, we're never going to feel fulfilled unless we step into what our unique greatness is. And that's going to mean that you're going to stand out, right? So we have to come to terms with that, and we have to undervalue the voices, judgments, opinions, expectations in the external world, so that we can turn up that voice in the internal world, step into our fulfillment. Because I'm telling you now, if you don't identify that uniqueness within you that you're most fulfilled to step into and align with, and you don't actually take the action to make your external world, be a reflection of that inspiration in your internal world, you will absolutely go down the path that most do, which is to live the number one regret of the dying, which is I wish I had have had the courage to live a life true to myself rather than one I felt was expected of me. Okay, so we'll be diving way more into that, obviously, in the masterclasses. But I so appreciate you sharing that, Vanessa. You're such a beautiful soul. And Leanne is here as well, and Josie and Dan and Sarah. We are all one, absolutely. Yeah, I have had some pretty cool experiences with that, with some vision work that we had to do in NLP today. So yeah, can't wait to share more of that as well. And I absolutely agree. And Sally's here as well. And Alex, speaking truth always, Vanessa, I appreciate you tuning in from Western Australia. I love that, Alex. And I'm always grateful that we are resonating. And I love that. And that beautiful Western Australia, as you guys probably know, I was living in Perth for a little while. I absolutely love it over that way. So cool to have you back, Alex. And Vanessa, can't wait for the masterclasses. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, beautiful. And thank you to each and every one of you guys who've been able to join me live. I absolutely appreciate it so much. I love the space that we co-create. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your thoughts, your experiences, your wisdom. It's very, very energizing to me, and I'm super grateful for your courage to share and be connected. So thank you so much. And as always, guys, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. And I really do hope that today's message has served you and just got you thinking about where you're discounting your greatness and to instead step up into it, right? And I'll be sharing, one of my major breakthroughs with a limiting belief that I've transformed totally, which has been underpinning pretty much every challenge I can think of that I've probably ever experienced in my life. So it's been powerful. I'm going to go process a bit more, and I cannot wait to share it with you. And thanks again to everybody joining me. Much love to every single one of you guys, and I absolutely cannot wait to see you tomorrow.